Children, in this video we are going to learn about errors in the product of two quantities. For example, you are in need of finding the area of a rectangle. So for that you will multiply length into breadth, right? So while multiplying the finding the product of two quantities, those two quantities are with error. How to deal with the product when there is error, that we will discuss in this video. Delta A and delta B are the absolute errors in quantities A and B respectively. Z is the product of two quantities. Z is equal to A into B. The first measured value is A is equal to A plus or minus delta A, and the second measured value is B is equal to B plus or minus delta B. So we are going to find out Z is equal to A into B. Okay, this we have to find out. For that, the result is also with error. Okay, Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to, we have to multiply these two quantities, that is A plus or minus delta A into B plus or minus delta B. You remove the bracket, that is A is multiplied with these two quantities. So AB plus or minus A into delta B. Now you multiply delta A with these two, plus or minus B into delta A plus or minus delta A into delta B. Okay. Now children, for further simplification, what you can do is, you can divide these LHS and RHS by LHS divided by Z and RHS value. Okay, and RHS value is divided by AB. For further simplification, you have to do this. So you divide this term by Z plus or minus delta Z by Z is equal to, there are 4 terms and each and every term divide by AB. The second term is A delta B, that also divided by AB. Third term is B delta A divided by AB. And the fourth term is delta A into delta B, that is also divided by AB. Okay. Now if you split it and write, what will you get? Z by Z is 1 plus or minus delta Z by Z is equal to, you can cancel, right? You can cancel A and A here. AB and AB, if you cancel you will get 1. Here you can cancel A, here you will cancel B. So here 1 plus or minus delta B by B plus or minus delta A by A. You split and write this, children, delta A by A into delta B by B. Now in the step, what you can do is, you can neglect this term. Okay, this term is neglected. Why? Because this fractional error is very small, the product of these two can be neglected. Okay, neglected as product of those terms, those two terms are small. Okay, are very small. That is why you are neglecting. Okay, these two terms are very small, so you can neglect and write. This can also be 1. If it take it the other side, it will also get 0. So what is that you are getting? Plus or minus delta Z by Z is equal to, I will arrange it, write it in proper order, delta A by A plus or minus delta B by B. This is the expression you are getting, right? Now shall we take this plus or minus out, children? What will you get? Delta A by A plus delta B by B. Okay, plus or minus delta Z by Z. Now children, what do you understand? What do you understand from this term, children? Delta A by A plus delta B by B. What do you understand from this term? That is the maximum fractional error in the product of two quantities, it is equal to sum of fractional errors of individual quantities. Okay, fractional error of individual quantities. Using this formula only, we are going to solve a problem while finding out the product of two quantities. Okay, that is the example problem, children. Example problem 1.7. The length of the rectangle is 5.7 into plus or minus 0.1 centimeter. Breadth of the rectangle is 3.4 plus or minus 0.2 centimeter. Area of the rectangle with error limit has to be determined. That is, a plus delta a is to be determined. So how we are going to solve this? I already told you, you have to use the formula delta z by z. Here I will write it as delta a by a because we are dealing with area. So that is equal to plus or minus delta L by L plus delta B by B. L for length and B for breadth. This is absolute error on length and this is length. Absolute error in breadth and B. So we will use this formula. Shall we find out the area first? Okay, this is the formula to be used. Now we will find out area of rectangle. What is the area of rectangle? A is equal to L into B. What is length? 5.7, right? 5.7 is the length. You can see 5.7 and 3.4 length and breadth. 5.7 into 3.4. If you multiply these two, children, you will get 19.38 centimeter square. Actually, I have used calculator here. You can try log here, children. 19.38 centimeter square. So delta A divided by what is the A value? If I round off, what will I get? 19.4, right? So I will write it as 19.4 is equal to plus or minus. What is delta L value, children? Delta L is 0.1. Okay, L is 5.7. So you can write it as 0.1 divided by delta L by L is how much? 5.7. Plus what is delta B value? 0.2 divided by 3.4. Okay, so delta A by A is equal to, children, if you solve this, I use calculator, see, 0.1 divided by 5.7. 0.1 divided by 5.7 is how much? 0.0175. 0.0175 plus 0.2 divided by 3.4. 0.2 divided by 3.4 is how much? 0.0588. 0.0588. Getting this. Okay, this is 19.4. If you add these two, what will you get? I will add this 3670.0. Okay, delta A by A. 19.4. Therefore, delta A is equal to plus or minus 0.0763 into 19.4. Bring this 19.4 this side. If you multiply these two, what will you get? You will get 1.48. Okay, delta A value will be 1.48 and I will round it off. I can write it as 1.5. Now we will write area of rectangle with limit is equal to A plus delta A. What is A? 19.4, right? Plus or minus what is delta A? 1.5. So this is the answer, final answer you are getting. 19.5 plus 1.5 or 19.4 minus 1.4. So the final answer is with error. Okay, so this might be a 3 mark problem, children.